In this Star Wars Outlaws news update video, I will be sharing with you the patch notes of today's big update. It features eagerly awaited improvements such as cross-save, cross-progression and more. Before we do take a look at everything that's in this update though, make sure you do subscribe to this channel so you won't miss any future news updates on Star Wars Outlaws. And here's a short message from Instant Gaming, who are sponsoring this video. If you are looking to save money on the games you want, Instant Gaming is the place to buy them. They are fast, reliable, and have thousands of games in stock. Check the store out with the link in the description. So last week, I made a video how the creative director Julian Garrity did say that we would be getting a patch in about 10 days to address most of the issues people have with the game. And Massive have put that out in less than a week. The update is out right now on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, as well as PC. It's called Title Update 1.1.2, and this is 1.9 gigabytes in size on PS5. Then on Xbox Series X and S, it's 2.25 or 2.24, depending on what region you're in. And on PC, it is around 1.89 gigabytes. On Xbox and PlayStation, you have been able to check your game version numbers by going through the settings. For example, the Xbox version of the game has gone up from 1.0.0.3 up to 1.0.1.1. PlayStation is now 1.001.001. However, if you go into the game settings menu, which is particularly useful on PC, you are able to see the official version number. It should say something like TU1 point and then a bunch of numbers. That is title update 1 point those numbers, and that just makes it easier to find out what version you are running and if you already have the patch installed. So to kick off the blog post that revealed the patch notes and this update on their website, the Star Wars Outlaws team say that a new patch has been deployed for the game. And firstly, we would like to thank you all for the amazing positivity and support following the launch of Outlaws. Your passion, love for K, Nix, and our open world, and all of your amazing creations through the photo mode has been a real inspiration for the whole team. In this patch, we focused on early feedback to address some issues you may have encountered and improve PC performance as well as overall stability. Additionally, cross-progression and cross-saving through UB Connect has been enabled, and we'll have more details on that later on in the video. Plus, many other improvements and fixes have been implemented to make this adventure smoother. They go on to say that we are continuing to work on future updates for Star Wars Outlaws, and we will keep on carefully listening to your feedback and experience in the game. Thank you for your support, and see you in the Outer Rim. Let's now take a look at the entirety of the patch notes. There is a lot of cool stuff to get into, starting with a new feature. Cross-progression and cross-saving is now supported. This has been something that people have been asking me about. To be honest, I did not even know this was a feature of UB Connect. I think that is awesome. I honestly had no idea this existed, so wow, this is cool. So now you are able to actually upload your saves, whatever platform you're on, up to the cloud and then download them on a different console or PC. This means you can switch between playing on PC, Xbox and PlayStation and keep all your progress, which is just awesome. As I said, it was previously disabled, but as I am showing you on screen right now, it is now fully functional. You just hit the trigger to upload up to the cloud or download it from the cloud, and you'll also get this upload successful message. If you get an error, just try again, it will work. Now on to performance and stability, which has been an issue many of us have been facing. So they fixed various crashes and stability improvements across all platforms, not just PC, but also on the PlayStation and Xbox side of things. Whereas on the PC side, they have made specific optimizations for that version and just overall improvements. They've also made an improvement to FPS drop during some scenes. They've also made improvements to the VRAM issues that have been plaguing the PC version of the game, and they've also given the game higher graphic fidelity when using ray reconstruction and frame generation technologies, which is fantastic to see and is certainly noticeable in the game. On to UI, HUD and settings changes and such. So the game version, as I mentioned earlier, will now be visible from the settings. Quality mode will now be set as the default on console. Nice change because some people just don't know there is an option for this, and I would much rather people play at closer to 60 frames per second than not. They've corrected the default settings for motion blur on quality mode for consoles, plus HDR brightness values have been modified. On to graphics now, and the team say they have fixed various graphics and lighting issues as well as cinematics are now supported on ultra-wide screens. In the audio department, they have fixed an issue where you may potentially lose music when fast travelling in Tashara onto the world's fauna and flora, so many additional idle animations for NPCs have actually been added across all planets, so this should hopefully help with a bit more of the variety of what you see in the game's worlds and add to that realism, even though it is pretty immersive as is. They've also fixed an issue where the Imperial Speeder Bike would actually be missing a part. In terms of general gameplay, you are now less likely to be detected when rolling. Definitely use the rolling mechanic, a lot of people don't know it exists. It does double tap the crouch button. They've also fixed an issue where the level of detection has been adjusted depending on location. They have also brought over some stealth improvements to specific parts of the game, so certain missions and such. So under the main and side quests banner, they have adjusted NPC numbers and environmental guidance markers to better facilitate infiltration during the Underworld mission, which is breaking into Gorak's base on Tashara. This is a mission that many people had issues with. They kept getting detected. I know some people say it's too easy, some people say it's too hard, but this has been made easier based on the overwhelming feedback. An issue with energy barrier in Kero's speakeasy would not be disabled even though you successfully slice the terminal has been fixed. In the mechanics mission, they have fixed an issue where Kay would spawn outside the quest area if she died inside the wind turbine. AI detection in the wreck mission has been adjusted, plus in the hyperspace mission they fixed an issue where no prompt was shown to take off. On Tatooine, in the Partners mission, they have fixed an issue where Kay would not gain wanted levels on other planets when reaching the objective Meet with Hoss in the Cantina. Minor spoiler here, just putting this out there, but an Akiva specific mission is the Veteran, and they fixed an issue where reporting to the droid objective will not update after reporting back to MT7. Now for something that will please quite a few of my viewers, because I have seen a lot of comments complaining about it. So the old school cool trophy would not unlock for some people on PlayStation. They have now fixed that, so you're able to get Platinum. I know this was the outstanding trophy that people needed to get. Inverting one axis in the controls menu will no longer invert the other one in photo mode, and treats and accessories for Nyx can now be checked in the loadout menu when Kay is piloting the Trailblazer. Now for an update on how the game is doing in terms of sales, specifically in the UK. So last week I shared a tweet that people have been taking out of context. Now we have the full picture. So Star Wars Outlaws UK figures for both disc and digital combined is actually a lot better than Avatar did. The disc copies were only about 15% higher than Avatar. It was actually 52% more than Avatar at launch combined in the same period. So people saying it just sold a little bit more than Avatar, not true, it was actually 52% more. However, it has only sold half of Assassin's Creed Mirage, which was Ubi's other big title of last year. What I will say though is pretty much all of my friends, and I know some of you out there will have done this as well, you haven't purchased the game, you've been playing on Ubisoft Plus. With so many people playing digitally these days, the UK market is much more digital as well, so that is a factor into it. Also, it's a smaller market than the US. Star Wars games typically don't do as well in the UK as, say, the US. We saw that with the Jedi games. I do think it will do better as time goes on. I know from my friends that played it through Ubisoft Plus, they will be purchasing the game in less than a month once their Ubisoft Plus membership, and I'm sure that because so many people are enjoying this game that I've played through Ubisoft Plus, they're probably going to do the same because it will be a little bit cheaper in about a month's time. Also, there isn't too much competition right now, which is good for this game. It means there is some room for it to grow, and of course, Star Wars games just typically do so well at Christmas, so at Christmas time, I'm sure this game was going to sell a lot of copies. Some people just wait till Christmas to get games, and we can see this happen with this game like we have seen in the past. Jedi Survivor earned a big boost even though that came out in April last year. I'll be keeping you up to date on any future patch notes, updates, or even sales updates as well about this game, so make sure you do subscribe, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on anything I've talked about in this video, so please do let me know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please do drop a like to help support the channel, subscribe so you don't miss any future Outlaws videos, and if you did miss any of my previous ones, be sure to click on the playlist on screen right now, and I shall see you in my next video. Goodbye.